Hey everybody, this is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity coming at you with another moto vlog. Today is going to be a random moto vlog because I'm really just riding out with zero purpose today. It's Sunday. It's just a little bit under 60, so it's pretty decent weather as far as the cold goes. So I decided to go ahead and do a long ride. So I'm just warning you guys, whoever's watching this video right now, that this is going to be a little bit of a long one. So if you kind of want to hear the ramblings of a crazy man, well then you're in the right place. That's exactly where you're at right now. I know there's one thing. The Ruckus is on pace to be finished by summer, or excuse me, by spring, which is the goal, right? It's paced to be done by spring. There's some parts that need to be powder coated and it's gonna take a week and stuff like that, but you know, yeah, that's gonna be good. So one of the things I want to kind of work on is look, people riding. After that, the next project I 100% guarantee you is the Yamaha Zuma is gonna go on the stand and start getting disassembled. I've been waiting forever to do that 158cc big bore kit on the Zuma. I kind of want to see what that 4-valve intake, or the 4-valve head looks like on there. It seems to be pretty interesting, and it doesn't look any more complicated. Well, I guess it does look a little bit more complicated than the GY6, because there's 4 valves, right? So there's got to be a little bit more complexity to it than there was before. But yeah. At the same time, while I have it up there, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can replace some of those plastics that my daughter had messed up on there when she ditched the bike that one time. What is that? Is that a Porsche? What is that? I can't tell. It looks like a Porsche. Well, this Tiguan is hauling, man. He's going 5 miles per hour over the speed limit right now. And I always wondered, why is there a porta potty in the middle here? Like, there's nothing around here, like construction or anything. And there's a porta potty in the middle of the road, which to me is ultra weird because, like, I guess, is it for runners? Like, who are running around in the neighborhood and they're like, oh no, I gotta pee, but there's nothing nearby for me to go pee at, so this is where I'm gonna go pee. Something like that. What was that sound? I heard something that sounded like it hit my helmet. So I finally got resolution on the insurance. If anyone watched that video, I ended up going with what's it called? Allstate, which I always took Allstate as to be one of the expensive ones. I don't know why. I never really ever quoted them because I just was always under the assumption that they were a very expensive insurance company, but I got all full coverage on all 3 bikes for a decent price per month. I don't know where these other people are coming from. Like, I talked to some other people who they spend like what, $120 a year for full coverage on one bike. $120 a year? Like, wow. But then, you know, you think about it, you know, I really haven't had a motorcycle, an actual real motorcycle license since I started until this year, or no, until last year, right? So maybe that's why. Plus, I have a really terrible driving record. You know what? I forgot to wear my sunglasses, and now I'm going to be blind. And then I talked to Roy, and Roy said that Haggerty, they'll cover you, but you have to have a garage. So if you don't have a garage, you can't really use them. But then again, they're mostly like, what's it called? Like classic cars and classic motorcycles and stuff like that. I guess they really weren't designed to be regular insurance, but you know, I gotta pay the bill somehow, right? I really can't wait till the summer. It'd be kind of fun to be riding around and at least a little bit warm. It's not that cold right now, especially when you're riding in the sun right now. next week my son has a swim competition, so for the first time on Friday he's gonna do a 500-yard freestyle, and honestly I can't really imagine doing 500 yards swimming. That just seems like way too much. I can't imagine doing 100 yards. I can't imagine swimming 50 yards. Which reminds me, I have to do the Zuma inspection and registration. I can't do the ruckus. Yep. But I will as soon as I get it back together on running correctly. Like, fully correctly. And then I gotta think about where we're gonna do the spring/summer road trip. We're supposed to go somewhere. I think Kentucky. What? 650. Yeah. I like it. It's easy to ride. Yeah, that would be nice. It's too much power for me. I go crazy. I'll hurt myself. There's always someone telling me they would buy a 1000cc or a liter bike. Oh, I can get myself a 1000cc. Yeah, right. You don't understand the responsibility that you're sitting on whenever you do a 1000cc. Oh, you know what? I figured out what that slapping sound is. In classic Caesar style, I forgot to strap my helmet. So, I guess let's go find the closest opportunity to do that. You know what? It's probably gonna have to be on the other side of the... There's no real road here. Hopefully I don't crash. What? I need to figure out a way to remind myself to strap my helmet every time I get on. Like, can I put a sticker? Strap your helmet or something like that? That's what that sound was earlier, if you heard me talking about it. It was the helmet strap slapping the side of my helmet. Oh shoot. I forgot that I hooked the external battery to the camera. There it is. See, it's slapping. Slapping sounds. Slapping sounds. Well, there's a gas station up here, so I guess I'll do it there. Ooh, tunnels. Or at least this is the most, that's the most tunnel-like thing you're gonna have in the immediate area around me. Come on, get over. Okay, he wasn't trying to get over. And look, a gas station. Woohoo! We'll put it in neutral. We'll stop. We'll take the gloves off. Right? And then we'll strap the freaking helmet on. Just like this. There. Now I'm safe. Or safe-ish. Ooh, I like that Mini. Alright. Let's put the glove back on. Alright, now that we're back on the road and my helmet's strapped and I feel safe and won't have any weird sounds slapping against it, what's the next subject we could talk about? Okay, next subject, powder coaters. So, I've been doing research on powder coaters. Powder coaters are different. You have your big shop powder coaters and you have your little shop powder coaters. There's really nothing in between, at least nothing that I could call medium. They either have a big garage powder coating tons of stuff, Korea coating and all sorts of other stuff, and then you have powder coaters in the garage that are real small, that do like onesie twosies, small things you can fit in a brisket oven. And the trend that I've noticed is that when you contact a small powder coater, they contact you fast, really quick. But generally they have a tendency to be the higher prices because they're you know, they don't have the business that big powder coaters have generally. Why is that guy walking off into the forest? That's weird. Oh, there's a village back there. Okay, so and then you go to the big powder coaters, and if you can even get them to contact you, like I sent some messages to a bunch of them, and only one of them got back to me. Fortunately, one of them got back to me that was really close to my house, and ended up being the one that I went with. And the other so to give you a scale, I was being quoted 165-ish in that area, plus or minus 10 from the small powder coaters to do a Honda Ruckus front frame that was already stripped. They'll have to do a little bit of degreasing and maybe a little bit of sandblasting, get to here, but for the most part, that's what they would do, and that's what they would be doing for the front frame. Now, if it was powder coated or painted or something, then they would strip it. That was almost all of them would almost all of them charged about $60 to strip the front frame. So second, the bigger powder coaters took forever to get to me, if they'll even contact you, because I think they're really just trying to avoid the onesie twosies, even though business is business. I don't understand why anyone would turn down business if they're a business doing something for that business. All work is work. Kind of like when I was in sales selling stuff at Fry's. You know, someone would want to buy a network cable, or someone would build an entire machine and build 10 of them. All of them are just as important to me, because every dollar that you make is more and more dollar that you didn't have before, and that's just part of the way that works when you work in sales. Well, anyways, the one guy that did contact me was half the price that all the small powder coaters were there. Plus, I got to talk to him about Korea coating, and Korea coating is going to be cool, because eventually when I get my exhaust for this particular bike, I want to Korea coat the exhaust like a bronze or something. I don't want it to look gross. You know how when you have like a shiny exhaust and then you use it for a while, eventually the heat tarnishes it and makes it change color? Well, that's kind of what I want to avoid. But that's neither here nor there. That's going to take a while, because yeah, it's just going to take a while. So if you want a little bit of an update on the Brother Ruckus, on the Brother Ruckus we did the 171cc BBK. We did forget to order the studs for the exhaust, because it went from 6 to 8mm studs. I guess I just forgot. I knew I needed to get new ones, but I guess when we put the kit together, I just forgot altogether that I needed to do it. Look at all these food trucks. Oh, it's all the Valentine's Day stuff. I hope you guys are ready. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I hope by the time you watch this video that you had a good Valentine's Day and you don't have anyone that's angry with you. But after we did that, then I'm not 100% sure. I thought he said he wanted to get it functional with signal lights and everything, like a set, you know, at least a minimum tuck with the wires, just to get it registered and inspected and get a plate and stuff like that. So I thought maybe that's what he was doing, but then I thought we were going to strip it, take it all apart and start getting things powdered and then put together, and then go get registration inspection. But I don't know, we'll see. Tundra, don't hit me. Am I in your blind spot? He's getting close to the line in the middle. I better get up ahead of him. There we go. There we go. Got ahead of him. Uh-oh. I personally think he needs to put everything back together and do a little bit more testing. Ride it up and down the streets some more. Put some speed into it. Jump up and down on it. And then put the wiring in. And then look where we want to weld some tabs in or something. Come on, dude. Like, it turned green like an hour ago. Yep. But, you know, nah. Then I realized that I still have that two-stroke, the two-stroke Zuma in my garage. The one where, I don't know if you remember it, but I was putting on the head bolt, and then I torqued it too much and broke the head bolt, and I bought the new bolts, but I never put it back together, or I never finished putting it back together. So what I'm thinking about doing is grabbing all that stuff and seeing what it would take to finish it, right? I sealed the tank with the pour. I don't know, it's all there. It just didn't run last time, but I think I'm gonna make it premix. I don't know, we'll see what I just have to see what it'll take to make it work right. Of course, did a weird wave. I mean, I still have everything for it, the title and everything, so once I get which is another topic, once I get the Miata out of the garage, I'm gonna put a top on it and get out of the garage. I'll have plenty of room in the garage again to do work, to put more bikes and stuff inside of there and do work and move around and be able to work with the garage door shut without having to take stuff out. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm actually thinking about where the Miata is right now, put up a plastic divider in that section that I can roll up and down, so that when I do powder coating, I don't have it all up in my face. Kind of section it off, because I don't know if you ever noticed with powder coat gets on, like, let's just say powder coat dust lands on your exhaust, and then you drive your exhaust around, and then it gets hot, and then it bonds, and then you're screwed. You can't get it off anymore. You have to like scrub it or something to get rid of it at that point. But yeah, okay, so the Miata is going to be prepped for my son, because he's going to drive in the next 2 years possibly. So I'm going to take it out. The only reason it's not out of the garage is because it doesn't have well, it has a top, but the back window rotted out. So it's open, and I'm not leaving it outside. That's how I got in this whole mess with the Miata to begin with, is the back top came off. I covered it with a tarp, but it's moisture and stuff still got inside. And I don't want to say ruined, but I need to replace the carpet, and I really need to spend a lot of time deep cleaning the inside of there. But yeah, I hope that you guys will enjoy a Miata series. I know there are some people that, I mean, actually I know there's a lot of people that own Ruckuses that also do. Come on, bud. You and your gross diesel. Actually, I'd love to have a TDI. Yeah, for a series on Miata stuff. Thought that'd be pretty cool. Actually, right now I'm trying to hurry home now because my video releases at 6 o'clock, and I want to be ready because it's gonna be it's a premiere, so I'm gonna be part of the chat whenever it happens. And say hi to everybody. It's a pretty good video. By the time this releases, it'll release. It's the one where I found the head gasket blew up on the side, and that's probably the reason why I was getting bad compression leaking out of there, and you can tell it was burning out of that hole whenever I was accelerating hard. But we'll see. Let's see if I can make more power now. And then it was detonating a little bit too early. My timing was off, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Thanks for hanging out with me on my really long motovlog, talking about pretty much nothing and everything. Actually, that's what I named this video. I'm gonna call it Motovlog about nothing and everything. See? For those of you who watched all the way to the end, you get to know why the video was called that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see everybody in the next video.